Have you seen one of these in the grocery store and you weren't quite sure what to do with it or what it was? It's a winter squash. It's a delicata squash, and these are so delicious. I'm going to show you today a really simple salad that you're going to make with this squash, and we're going to roast it, and I'm going to show you how super easy it is. So stick around. Hi, Debbie Chu here from Chu on Vegan, and welcome back to my kitchen. If you're new here, I'm a plant-based RN and I follow the starch solution. I started the starch solution in January of 2020 and was able to lose those last 15 pounds, which was quite a feat because I am in my 60s and I am postmenopausal, and I was having a heck of a time getting any weight off, especially those last 15 pounds. So if you would like more information on the starch solution, I will leave a link to Dr. John McDougall's book in the description box below. On my channel, you'll find quick and easy whole food plant-based recipes. So if that sounds good to you, please subscribe and make sure you hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a video, which is every Tuesday and Saturday. And sometimes I'll throw in a couple bonus videos too. Be sure and follow me on Instagram at Chu on Vegan. And if you're new to this way of eating or just curious, or maybe you've been doing it a while and you just need some support, I started a Facebook group, and there you will find like-minded people, you will find photos of delicious recipes, and the recipes, you will find inspiration and support. I would love for you to join. It's absolutely free, and I will leave a link to my Facebook group in the description box below. So in today's video, I'm going to show you a very simple salad. It's going to have arugula, it's going to have radicchio in it. If you've never had radicchio, it is absolutely delicious. It is packed full of vitamins and fiber. Sometimes it's called red endive. And radicchio does have calcium in it, but it also helps you absorb your calcium, which is great, especially as we get older. It also has vitamin K, which is a very important nutrient for your brain, especially in the regards to memory. And there is research going on right now as connecting vitamin K and preventing Alzheimer's. So I try to get some vitamin K in my diet every day, and this is a super easy and delicious way to do that. So I've got my oven preheated to 425, so let's get started. I'm going to show you how we get this beautiful little squash ready to roast. So the first thing you want to do with this squash is give the skin a really good wash. I scrubbed it really well because the thing I love about these squash is that you can eat the skin. So give it a good wash, and then we're just going to cut the ends off. Yeah, my knives are like ridiculous. Seriously? Santa, can you bring me some good knives? Because this is just working. So once you get both ends cut, that way you have a flat surface. And then we're just going to cut down the middle. Try to find the center. Oh yeah, better knife. Okay. And then we have all these beautiful seeds in here, which you can roast, just like pumpkin seeds. So I'm going to clean these out, and then I'm going to show you how we slice it up. So once you get it nice and cleaned out, and get all those little strings out and everything, then you're just going to flip it over. We're just going to cut these in like little half moons with my super sharp knife. So you want them about this thickness, and they're just going to go onto a lined baking sheet. So I'm just going to continue cutting these, and then I'll show you how I season them up. Okay, so we've got them all sliced up here. You want them, they can be close, but you don't want them touching because we want them to roast and not get steamed. So if they're not too close or touching, they're gonna just steam, and that's not gonna be what we want. Then I'm just gonna take a little water on this brush and just put a little bit of water on here since we're not using oil. You could use veggie broth if you wanted to. You could use aquafaba if you wanted to do this. that would be fine too. But you know, they just don't need to be soaked, just, you know, a little damp here. And this is just so the spices will stick. And we are going to season these so simply. Just a little pepper, salt, and some granulated garlic. Just go ahead and sprinkle that on. Okay, just ignore what happened over here. We're just going to use this, a finer ground of pepper. I didn't realize that was such a coarse ground, and it came out a little too fast. Okay, and then our garlic. And you could do whatever kind of spices that you want. Come on, man. If you wanted to put onion powder, if you wanted to put smoked paprika, I'm just keeping it real simple. And then I'm just gonna flip them over and do the same on the other side. Then they're gonna go into a 425-degree oven for 12 minutes. Then I'm gonna take them out, flip them, and let them cook, roast for another 12 minutes. In the meantime, when these are baking, I'm gonna show you how I do the rest of the salad. This next part is so easy. So you've got a bowl, you've got a package of baby arugula. Dump it in the bowl, fluff it up a little bit. Set that aside. Then you've got your beautiful radicchio. And then we're just going to slice it up. So this is actually, we'll cut up to a lot, we'll slice up to a lot. But look at that beautiful color. That is full of antioxidants. I think that's enough for this size salad. Just gonna cut it a little bit more. Then we put that in there, and then we'll just put our squash right there. So it's almost ready to turn, so I'll show you what it looks like before I flip it, and then it'll be another 12 minutes. Then I'll show you the kind of dressing I'm gonna use. So here is our beautiful delicata. I'm just gonna flip these over and let it go for another 12 to 15 minutes. So I'm letting the squash cool a bit because you don't wanna put fresh out of the oven squash onto your greens because it's just gonna wilt them. So we're gonna put a little dressing on here. And what I like to do is mix two dressings together. I've got a ranch dressing, and then I've got my 3-2-1 dressing. This is Plantiful Kiki's ranch dressing. I'll leave a link to her recipe. And then this is my 3-2-1 dressing. I will leave a link to that. So I've probably got, I don't know, like a half a cup of this ranch. And I wanted it to be a little bit more closer to a vinaigrette. So I thought, why not add this? Which is about, I don't know, couple tablespoons. So I'm just mixing the two together. Give it a good shake. And it's still going to be super creamy, but it's going to have a little bit of that tang from the 3-2-1, which I think will be a good complement to these greens, because these greens are a bitter green. They do have kind of a bitter taste. Arugula's kind of peppery, and but I like the contrast with the squash because the squash is sweet, and then the dressing will be a little bit sweet and savory. But you're absolutely welcome to do whatever dressing you would like. So I'm just going to put some of the dressing on now and get it tossed. And I like to toss my salads very thoroughly. And I don't add anything else to this. I just have the arugula, the radicchio, and I'm making a mess, and then the squash. All right, so I'm just gonna keep tossing this, and then we'll give the squash a few more minutes to cool. You want it warm, but not hot. So I will literally toss my salad for 3 or 4 minutes. Because the more you toss it, the more it coats all the greens. So I like to put a little dressing on, toss, 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 put some more dressing on, toss, 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 and then if I still need more, I do it. So to serve this up, I'm going to put some on the plate here. And I would serve this with a baked potato, with my cheese sauce on it. And this is enough for 2 people. And then we're just gonna add the squash. Yummy. Look at that. Beautiful, fresh. You're gonna love it. Let's give it a taste. There we go, our beautiful salad. It makes a beautiful presentation and it's so fresh and light. I think you're gonna love it. And I really love combining those 2 dressings. So let's give this a taste. Got a little of the Radicchio in there. Mmm. And look how beautiful the squash came out. And I love that you can eat the skin. Mmm. It just pairs so well with these greens. It's a little bit sweet. It's perfect. So I hope the next time you're in the store and you see a delicata squash, you pick one up and you roast it. There's so many things you can do with it. You can stuff them. You can make little rings out of them and stuff the rings with like stuffing. There's all kinds of recipes. I do have a recipe on my channel for a stuffed delicata squash, and I will link that down below. So remember, all my recipes are good for you, they're good for the animals, and they're good for the planet, and what you put on your plate determines your fate. Until next time, thank you. What is that? And then we're just gonna cut it into, oh, let's try that again. Well, I didn't like that. So, yeah, my knife works perfectly on lettuce. Anything harder than that is a problem. Okay. So I hope the next time you're in the store and you see a delicata,